Joey Palermo's story began with a tragedy. His father had been running a successful Italian restaurant in Brooklyn for years, but it had recently been destroyed by the Bonanno crime family. His father's livelihood had been destroyed and Joey was determined to get revenge. He started to investigate the Bonanno family, slowly learning more and more about them and their operations. He soon discovered that Frankie had a taste for fine Italian cuisine, and that he often visited some of the best Italian restaurants in the city. Joey hatched a plan to get revenge on Frankie. He got a job as a waiter at one of Frankie's favorite restaurants and slowly started to gain his trust. He would often bring Frankie special dishes and even serve as a personal assistant. Little did Frankie know, Joey was using his newfound trust to learn more about the Bonanno family and their operations. He slowly gathered information and was soon able to launch a plan of revenge. One night, Joey followed Frankie from the restaurant to an abandoned warehouse. Inside, he found the Bonanno family conducting a meeting. Joey quickly took out his gun and fired a few shots, sending the Bonanno family running for the hills. Joey then confronted Frankie and made him confess to destroying his father's restaurant. Joey then beat Frankie until he was nearly unconscious. Satisfied, Joey left Frankie bleeding and returned home. It had been a long and hard road for Joey, but he had finally gotten his revenge. He had taken out the head of the Bonanno family and had sent a clear message that no one messes with the Palermo family. Joey had been feeling the heat in his hometown of Pittsburgh. He had been on the wrong side of the law for too long and the local authorities were starting to take notice. He had to move if he wanted to stay safe and keep his freedom. So, after a few days of planning, Joey decided to move to Kansas. The small town of Topeka seemed like the perfect place to start fresh and keep a low profile. When Joey arrived in Topeka, he met a local girl named Wendy. She worked at the local diner, but she dreamed of one day being a singer. Joey was instantly attracted to Wendy, and it wasn't long before the two of them started a relationship. Joey and Wendy quickly fell in love, and they decided to start a new life together. Joey got a job at a local auto shop, while Wendy started performing at the local bars and pubs. The two of them were happy and content. Joey seemed to have finally found the peace he had been searching for. However, Joey's past was soon to catch up with him. One day, Joey was at the auto shop when he saw a familiar face. It was an old associate from his days in Pittsburgh. The man had been sent to Topeka to track Joey down and bring him back to face justice. Joey quickly gathered his belongings and fled with Wendy. They took off in her car and drove to the next town. They both knew that their life in Topeka was over and that they had to start from scratch again. But this time, Joey was determined to stay on the right side of the law. He was determined to make a new life for himself and Wendy, one that was far away from the world of crime he had left behind.